seek to find is a world that's mine. Need a place to hide. Will you free my mind? Following the lines of a world that's blind. In your eyes I see there's a place for me.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the JW, third at that, JWRLCS. Are you hyped up and ready to rock and roll? Well, of course you are. I have with me two wonderful co-casters, Mr. Cobb, aka Michael, and Geyser, aka Zachary. How are you guys feeling?
Fantastic.
Nice. That's what we like to hear. Well, I am going to be your main announcer for all of the picks. But our co-casters here, Michael and Zachary, they're going to be giving some commentary into each pick. We're all going to be giving our grades. And so let's just kick this thing right off. Who do we have as our team picking first? Zachary or Michael? Do you remember?
We had Frozen picked first, and then
Yes.
we're going in order, correct?
Yes. Yeah, so Frozen picked
Pick
first.
number
His
one.
name,
AJ.
Epoch.
Yep. Let's see. Pick number 1 with AJ. That's a really smart pick. Really smart. Absolutely insane. AJ is an absolutely insane player.
Yes, yeah. So AJ is Epoch's pick here. What's your grade on that? Do you think?
That's honestly a 10 out of 10 pick. I won't lie.
Yeah.
He really could not have done much better with that one.
Yeah, I mean it's an extremely solid pick at that. I will say, like Frozen, whenever talking with him, he told me that his MMR cap, even though his peak MMR is technically 1714, his real MMR is technically like 1650 or so, is what I was told. So it's a little bit lower, right? He was carried a little bit to 1714. But as the number one overall pick, and moreover, Frozen's team's Epoch's main starter, I think they'll do just fine with that. I think that's
Absolutely.
a solid pick. All right, so moving on to pick number 2. Who do we have lined up? What team is that?
It looks like it's Limitless, and so Lukey went with AEUO, aka Adam.
Yes. Yeah.
Pretty solid pick. I won't lie.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at his MMR up here. Looks like he's got 8,605 wins, 47.3 goal shot ratio, and pretty good MMR. Champ 1, Div 2, and 3v2.
Dang, bro's really going in, man.
So he's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Bro's
What's
pulling out
what's
the
your
Rocket
grade
League stat.
on that? Do you think like a 0 being worst, right? 10 being best? AO?
Oh, definitely 0. No. I think it's a solid 9. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
He hangs kind of consistently around GC1, so that's why like consistency is pretty good. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be a good fit for the team.
Yeah.
My rating personally on this one is. Sorry, somebody in chat wanted me to do that, but hey, definitely a really solid pick. I'd probably give it. Honestly, I'd probably gonna have to agree with Michael here. That's definitely a pretty nice one. 9 out of 10.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, moving on to pick number 3. We have Ambition Esports.
Rex.
And so, what is Ambition's Esports? Number 3 overall pick.
With Rex.
Yes.
Rex is a pretty solid player. I haven't really seen him play much, so I can't give like too in depth of my exact opinions on this one. But he looks like a pretty solid player, so I'm probably, since I don't know much about Rex or Ambition Esports honestly as a whole, probably gonna have to give it maybe like a 7, 6, 7, 6.5. 6.5 out
Okay,
of 10.
nice.
Yeah, that's my rating as well.
Sweet. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. I think Rex is a little bit of an underdog personally, so I'm going to give him like a 7 as well. Maybe an 8. Well, our next team is Rich's team, Momentum. And
Hey, dogs.
yes. Yeah, so they're...
I've literally never played with K-Dogs.
He's going to be a good one, I think, overall.
What's his rank? Let me hang on. What is bro's rank? I don't even know.
I'm searching it up on the tracker.
Yeah, if I could find it, that'd be nice.
He's getting
there he
close
is.
to
1580. Oh wow! No,
yeah.
no, no.
GC2.
1580.
Yeah,
he's getting close to 15.2. GC2.
Yeah.
Well, no.
I mean, overall, it really.
Actually, no. He's GC2. He peaked GC2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, seeing pretty consistent GC1 across the board.
Mm-hmm.
So currently at gold reward level, 4 of 10 wins. But yeah, it looks to be a solid pick.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Well, going on to pick number 5, we have Sentinel.
Sentinel.
Yes,
That's such a dope name. I won't even lie.
it is.
That's such a cool name. But who did he get? Sentinel. Nash. Also never played with. So many people I've never played with. Holy.
Yes. Yeah. So Nash, aka Phil, is I believe gonna be our oldest pick in this draft. Funny.
Wow.
Yeah. So physical age, I should say, not playtime.
This is the first person we've reviewed to be below GC. His peak rank needs to be C3.
Wow.
So
Nash?
Yeah.
No, Phil,
as far as I can see.
Phil is actually GC3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at the tracker. It says
he is
C3.
Bro slumped hard.
Yeah, but I think overall he's a really solid pick. I think he's gonna do good. Especially
let's
since
see if he's sitting at C3 right now. Let's see. I'm curious because if he was GC3 and then now he's C3,
yeah.
I'm interested. I'm interested to see.
I'm interested to see a lot of these players because there's a lot of new people. Jader.
What are you finding out there, Caleb? Or not Caleb? Maxie?
Oh, what for Nash?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I'm
did.
just looking at the stats here. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing too noteworthy other than just the rank stuff.
Yeah, so from what I understanding, he's GC3, and moreover, he's GC3 in threes. So I think he's gonna, like I said, be a really, really solid pick for them. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, yeah.
But now, moving on to the 6th overall pick,
Geezers.
we have, the Geezers.
Pretty sure that name was inspired by me. I won't even lie.
And so,
I
like
hate
I
it.
said, their number 6 pick, and who was it that they chose? Vincera's team chose Creative Striker is indeed who they chose. So
He's a really solid player.
I think this is his peak rank is 1650 from what I heard.
Really.
Now, what's interesting about this pick in particular is that he's, for the past maybe year or two, he's been around GC1 consistently. His mechanical skill, though, is definitely GC3 level. And
I was going to say that too.
yeah, what's interesting about him is that
talented.
the reason why he's been in GC1 so long is because, in my opinion, his PC was so bad for so long.
Yeah.
Literally, if he had a 24-inch monitor or whatever, but because of his graphics card and his PC being so bad, he had to have his screen minimized down and all the graphics turned all the way to the lowest setting possible, and his screen was like maybe 10 inches big or so. He couldn't have the window any bigger. It was just horrible circumstances. So he just recently got a new PC though, so I'm expecting him to pop off quite a bit in terms of skill level. So we'll
Honestly,
see what
that's how a lot
happens.
of people start. They start on subpar hardware, and then once they improve in that department, then just you see it accelerate. Because now the one thing that's holding them back, you could argue, the equipment is now is removed. So
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
This pick is really solid.
Yeah, I agree.
I got 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I agree. I think it's a 10 out of 10 as well. Well, moving on to Lo-Fi Drive with pick number 7. And this is the team captain for this team is, I think I'm pronouncing this correctly, Kariaga. And who exactly did they choose? Is it Razor or Rizar? That's the question.
Razor.
Is it Razor or Rizar?
Oh snap! You right. Oh dang.
Yeah.
Oh snap! I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. But in any case, it's Razor, aka Brandon or Rizar. And what's his MMR again? I can't remember.
Are we going for peak or just current?
Just peak. Yeah, we're always peak.
Peak. Looks like it is 1500 is in twos.
1500 in twos. Yeah. So solid pick. Time will tell. I haven't really seen him play too much, so we'll see how he.
Yeah, neither have I.
We'll see how he does exactly. But
Look, just
like
looking at the stats here, his twos rank has always been. It looks to be higher than the threes by a lot. So
He's hang on. He is saying his name is pronounced Razar.
Razar.
Razar. I like that. Oh, nice.
Okay, nice. So yeah, I think if we and obviously we're going off of little information since we haven't seen him play.
Yes.
But I would say this is maybe depending, based on MMR and such. I would say this is maybe a 6 out of 10 pick.
Yes.
Since we don't know much.
Yeah,
I think he'd definitely be a player to watch because someone I always wonder how someone who's better in twos would perform in a 3v3 environment. So
yeah,
I'd definitely like to see just how it goes, how he's able to perform. He's got a 53.2 goal shot ratio, so
Yep.
Good to see he's better on the accuracy side. So let's see what he brings to this team.
I think we're all excited to see it. Well, moving on to pick number 8, the team captain for Cloud X, and
Superman!
and who did they choose? Jordan's team choose. Who did they choose?
How the heck did I just go to a Reddles video?
Looks to be Z-Pool.
Z-Pool, yes. And so I've never seen him play personally. So what are your guys' thoughts on this pick?
I'd be with you there. I haven't seen him play either.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Just looking at it, right? He's currently Champ 3, Division 3.
Then
With
definitely
actually
shouldn't sleep on him.
a lower goal shot ratio. It's at 47.9. So
Ooh.
I don't have really a frame of reference to go on here, but
I don't even know what my goal shot ratio is. Hang on now.
we'll find out. I'd say maybe 8 out of 10.
8 out of
Just
10.
going off of
Yeah.
rank.
Yeah, I think he's potentially a very solid pick. Like, it's like a lot of these we haven't really seen them play. This tournament will be almost their proving ground as for whether they're good or not. Really.
What did you say his goal shot ratio was?
7.9.
37.9?
47.
Oh, 47.9. Well, he really ain't that much lower than me. I may or may not be 48.7, but I have a good reason, okay? It's a lot harder to score. It's a lot harder to score now, okay? You can't blame me.
Well, moving on. Okay, moving on to pick number 9. Now with Forged, and their team captain is Zev. So Zev's pick. What was Zev's pick?
Prowler.
Prowler.
Yep. He is really solid. I like Prowler.
Yeah, I think Prowler is going to be good. I do.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think he's going to be a solid player, and I actually misspelled that. So if you didn't know already, this is actually this is the hype chamber that you're seeing right now, and that you've been seeing so far throughout this entire video.
Yo,
And we're going to be using it the rest of the tournament, in fact. And hopefully you enjoy it.
Prowler.
It took a lot of time to get this thing rolling. Okay. So
Cody may need a new PC after this video. We'll find out.
yeah, we'll see.
Cody's gonna be buying a 4090 Ti just for the hype chamber.
Before this entire thing started, I tried overclocking it, and it didn't go very good. I won't lie. Whole PC.
We're like, where'd it go? Where is he?
My whole PC crashed. So, but don't worry, I'm not overclocking as much now. So, but in any case, I think Prowler's going to be a solid choice. He's proven himself from what
Absolutely.
I saw. He's a really, really solid pick. So, well, moving on to pick number 10, we have the Golden Rockets, and their team captain is Yogurt. So, who did? And that's just it's a funny name, but who did?
Gojira.
He picked.
I'm mad. I wanted Gojira, man. I wanted it, man. I wanted him. I'm about to be trying so hard to trade for that man, bro. Like, he's a really good pick, though, for sure.
Yeah. And so what do we rate him? 1 out of 10. Pick number 10.
Bro just said 1 out of 10. Oh, snap. Oh, dang. Shots fired, Cody. Anyway, I'd got it. I mean, that's an 8 out of 10, man. Like, what can I say? He's my RLSA team. Hype him up, bro. He's a 10 out of 10 pick.
Yeah, he is a.
I'm just telling you, though. Hey, if you're watching Yogurt, he'd be better on my team. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very possible.
Yep. He'd be like 150 times better than my team. So like, you should give him to me. Yeah. I've got a player to trade. I'm. But this is a really solid pick for sure.
Well, and what's your rating, Michael, on this one?
Well, I
With,
can't find him on
Gojira.
the. I can't find him on the Rocket League tracker. I've been trying to look, but
He's he was peak GC1 like 1500, and then he's currently around Champ 2 right now because of the season reset.
Okay.
how long has he been been GC2?
No,
Oh,
GC1.
he's not yet GC1.
One.
I'm not entirely sure, but I do know that he was GC, and I believe at least I think season 7. I believe.
He's a solid player, nonetheless.
Yeah, he's a
I
solid
mean, what
player.
I look for is consistency. Yeah, that's probably my biggest rating. So
That's fair. That's
I mean, maybe just 7 out of 10, just because I don't have the. I can't find the record of consistency.
Yeah,
That's fair.
So
that's fair.
7 out of 10 for me.
Nice. Yeah. Well, going on to our next pick, we have Elevate is our next pick, and this would be pick number 11. And this is, as you just mentioned, Undero's team. And so who did Undero choose as his
Joey.
first
Joey.
team?
Jojoba.
I love Joey. He's actually insane, bro. I swear. He made me
I
cry
agree.
multiple times.
He's
will not lie.
he's an extremely solid teammate. He really is. I don't
Agreed.
know if you can,
Yeah, he's a really solid teammate.
yeah.
Very, very solid teammate.
I remember
And what's-
being there when he hit GC1. That was a good moment. I
Were
remember-
you were you like watching him whenever he hit it, or
I was.
Yeah?
Actually, I recorded a video on my phone of him hitting GC1.
That's fun.
It was a good
That's
memory.
Yeah, that's great. And then, I mean, I just
So
need
what's your
to, I need to
ratings
hit
on him?
GC3 now.
Obviously, Michael's gonna say 10 out of 10.
I mean, he is a 10 out of 10. It's not
He is-
simple.
Yeah,
He
10
is.
out of 10.
Regardless, yeah.
I think
Yeah,
he has the
um,
time to improve, and he has the desire to improve.
Yes,
which is
absolutely.
And he
most
has the
important.
thinking.
Yeah.
He's got the game sense. So it's got a 10 out of 10
Absolutely.
strictly for game sense, just because
Yeah.
hey, he knows the decisions to make. And I feel like when you have the game sense and you know what to do, sometimes that can really compensate when you don't have the mechanics. And
I mean,
you know-
Jade's a prime example of that. I mean,
and 53.7 goal shot ratio, so
Yeah.
pretty good.
much higher than mine.
So
Very
He
solid.
did us dirty when we played them last season. He did us dirty, bro. He shocked me. I was like, this guy's champ 2. What the heck? He's champ 2. How'd he hit that with so much power? And he did that consistently. I was really impressed.
So definitely 10 out of 10, and not just because he's my brother, but 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you should give him 5 extra points because he's your brother. You kind of have to.
Okay, 15 out of 10. Fine.
Or he could be the normal brother and then lower the rating because he's your brother.
No, I wouldn't be able to do that. I can't find my heart to do that. So
I feel like you can.
In any case, he's a very solid pick, isn't that right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on to Team Hysteria, and they have the number 12 overall pick, and the team captain for this team is Phantom, aka Malachi. And so, who did Malachi choose as his starting team?
Potatoes.
I just want to say I
Potatoes.
appreciate the Portal reference. Very nice. I love that. Potato S. Very good. I like it.
I haven't seen him play much.
He's a solid player. He's GC1. I've played with him a few times. He's overall very solid. I would, if I had to rate this 0 to 10, as the rest, I would say he is like 8 or 9, maybe an 8, with what was left, at least in the draft at this point. In fact,
that
with
case,
what was
probably give
left,
it a 7.
yeah.
Probably give that a 7, just because I don't really know much about him. Like a nice little safe pick,
Yeah. What about
Now, what season was he GC in?
I mean, this season, I don't know what other seasons he was.
Okay, because I'm just looking at the chart and I'm seeing here hanging pretty consistently around Champ 2.
Yeah.
So actually, did hang consistently Champ 1, Champ 2. So yeah, looks to be pretty solid. So maybe 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's a overall very solid pick, especially with what was left. Now, moving
Oh
on
no,
to
no,
what is
no.
considered, in my opinion, to be
No, skip me,
one of
skip
the...
me.
Listen. This is Bold Uprisings. Number 13 overall pick. First round decision, too. And who did you pick, Geyser? Because Geyser is a team captain for Bold Uprising.
He can't comment on this one. He has to.
I can
he has-
get.
He can say. Listen. You can comment who you chose. Okay, I'll let you get that far, but you can't comment other than that. Me and Mike were on the commenting for that.
Okay. Me personally, I think it's a 10 out of 10. Anyway,
Well, of course you think it's a 10.
But who did you choose here?
I chose Forest is Trees.
Forest is Trees. Do you hear that? If Forest is out there, you are now on Geyser's team. So
Yeah.
So what's interesting?
Can you shut up? Oh my gosh.
So what's
bro.
interesting about this? Okay, he chose Forest. Okay, when there were other players that were almost
I messed
100
up.
or 150 MMR above Forest. Okay, in my opinion, and this is just, if I had, we've been doing ratings so far. So rating from 0 to 10, I'm giving this pick a rating of a 3, just because of the players he had to choose from, and he chose Forest, who is, and Forest. I'm not trying to beat down on you, and you're good, but you're not 150 MMR good compared to the other players that he could have chose from.
Hey,
so
at least the difference between this season and last season, if you aren't happy with a pick or like you made a bad decision, I'm not saying I made a bad decision. Okay, Forrest is really good.
Yeah, I think he's.
But you do have the ability to trade now. You do have the ability to trade throughout this season, as long as next season.
Yeah.
Trade. So if you end up not being happy with a pick, you don't have to wait all the way until the next draft and play out your entire season with a player that you're not playing well with.
What are you insinuating here, Geyser?
Yeah.
No. Forrest is good. Okay, Forrest is really good. Exactly. Carter, the mental carry will help that Geyser not be mad. Exactly. See, my thought process when choosing Forrest wasn't just MMR. Okay. It was also the fact that he has such a good mental that it can help any team. He's also like a really consistent player. So consistency is important. I mean, if he's able to be like consistent on defense or setting me up or something, or setting our teammate up, then we could still be a strong team.
Yeah, the one thing I think whoever's going to have
doesn't get tilted.
Whoever's going to have to be on Bolt is going to have to compensate for Geyser's horrible. What would you call it? After last season.
Getting faked. Bro, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Bro, I was champ 3. I was barely champ 3, man. Give me a break, okay?
Yeah, that fake is legendary. If you didn't know, okay.
I was barely. I swear to God, Cody, if you play the clip.
I'm not playing. I was going to, but I didn't have time today to pull it up and render it into.
We have to. No.
Good.
Yes.
No, we're not doing it. No.
But in any case, all right. He chose Forest.
Yes,
and
my reasoning
controversial pick for sure.
Game.
It's a controversial pick for sure.
But I think he brings a really good mental to the team.
Yeah, he really does. Well, moving on to pick number 14. And now this is, in my opinion, one of my favorite teams just because of the logo. If you haven't seen it already, okay, the logo is amazing. Props to Diversion for aka Javon for choosing this. And with pick number 14, who exactly did
the heck
choose?
Is Tearful Pigeon?
So Tearful Pigeon is aka Isaiah.
Bro, who is
a champ 3? Okay, so like high champ 3.
Tearful Pigeon.
And also, our second console player for today. He's on PlayStation.
Oh wow, that's cool. I didn't know that.
So nice to see a variety of platforms here signing up and included.
Yeah, so I mean, with this pick, the reason because it is similar to you, but in this case, he chose Tearful Pigeon, from my understanding, because of the fact that they're both friends and they're both based in the EU. If you didn't know, Europe area, Europe
Oh,
region.
okay,
Oh,
cool.
really?
Cool. Wow.
Yeah. So.
Oh, well, they're automatically gonna win. I mean, come on. They're automatically gonna win.
So I mean, even though it's not necessarily a super high ranked pick from what he had, it's the smartest pick just because of the lag difference. If he chose from the say North America region, there could have been some problems. So I think overall this is a smart pick, just based on
Definitely.
region. But then you add into the fact that they're all friends, and the mental game is really what's really I'm counting on to bring this team up and out. So overall, I rate this one a 7 out of 10. I think it's a good one.
Yeah. I'll go 8. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. What about you guys?
Sure. What?
Sure.
All right, cool. Well,
Bro, that reward level is gold.
moving on to pick number 15, we have Scoops, or a Scoops team,
It.
rather, aka Lightless. So
Yeah, I have no clue who they picked.
so
That's-
Xa is his name, or Xavier. So he picked Xavier, from my understanding, because they're both friends, really close friends. So that was the reason behind it. He like the past 3 picks between Geyser and Diversion, or past 2 picks rather. It was because of the mental game. Having a friend on there to try to bring the team up. That's the key thing there. So I haven't really seen him play too much. So I'm gonna give this pick a rating of a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, his peak OS looks to be champ 2. And looks like he is sitting at around there currently. Just ranked below. So again, consistency. 8 out of 10.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Uh,
What about you? What do you rate it?
never seen him play. So I'm just gonna have to go with what Michael said again, because a lot of these picks I just haven't seen him play. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I mean, solid pick nonetheless, I think. So we'll see what happens though come tournament time. Well, with the now moving on right to the number 16th overall pick, the last pick in the entire draft, we have Banana Mancakes, the team that won last season. And this is Carter's team. It's also the team that beat Geyser's team. Okay,
Boo!
Not
and it's
just
also
beat. Not just beat. They made them
Michael.
They made them rage.
No,
quit.
stop.
they did.
No,
That
boo.
they did. Banana Mancakes absolutely slapped them. In fact,
Boo.
swept them in the final game. Best of 7.
Boo.
In any case, all right, we're moving on to who they chose. Who did they choose?
Darth Jade, or I'm assuming that's Jade.
That is, in fact, Jade the GOAT. Okay, Jade.
Yeah,
They chose
Which-
Jade, and this is, in my opinion, a 10 out of 10.
We gotta just give him a shout out here because he could not be here today. He was supposed to cast with us, but unfortunately, he's not able to make it.
Boo.
Yeah, due to family problems, he wasn't able to be here. But I think this is a very solid pick. I think I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10 only because
Yeah,
of
solid pick, but like, boo. Boo.
Listen. Okay, that was last season. All right, now we're on to the new season.
Oh,
But yeah, 10 out of 10. I think Jade's gonna bring good vibes to the entire team.
Yep, he's got. I played with him before, and he has the coolness. He keeps it cool, doesn't let it get to him. So
Yeah.
all thumbs up around. 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Jade. No, I'm joking. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Jade says I will remember this ad, guys.
All right. Well, moving on to
I hope
now
you do, Jade. I hope you do.
the
I am beat.
17th overall pick, and we're moving back to Frozen's team with
Or you can
AJ.
just go around 2.
Well, we're in round 2 now. Okay, so 16 teams went through now round 1, but now we're on to round 2 with the 17th overall pick. Okay, and Who did Frozen choose to be AJ's teammate in round 2?
Fire. And I need them.
Liar. Yes, indeed. So because I haven't really seen him play too much. So what's his rating, or what do you guys rate him at?
I'm trying to find him in the tracker.
See, he honestly would be like so much better on my team. Like honestly, I think Forrest just needs to give him to me. I mean, yes.
Hmm.
So 0 out of 10 for his team, 10 out of 10 for my team. Yeah.
So have you seen him play, or what he's like? What is he like? Is he pretty solid?
From what I've heard from Gojira, is that my original roster that I was gonna try to get was hit Gojira and Fire. As we could tell, that did not work out
No.
at all.
Nope.
As you can literally tell by what's on the screen. But from what I've heard from Gojira is that he would compliment me very well for being a good second man, and he's very good on the ground. From what I've heard from Gojira, and that would complement my playstyle, which is why. So from what I've heard, he's very good on the ground, very consistent as a second man. So I would probably rate him 0 out of 10 for that team, but 10 out of 10 for my team.
Yeah.
So interesting thing on the chart here. He went from around Diamond 1, mid Diamond 1, in a matter of a few days to Champ 1. So
Wow.
talk about progress. I don't know. Progress is a little interesting. This chart is very interesting. But if someone's able to improve that much, that's definitely a good sign. So currently sitting around Champ 1, Division 3. So I'd say you can go 7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, overall, just from what I'm hearing, I think it's a solid pick. I do. I think AJ will have a solid second man teammate to be able to work with that one.
Yeah,
but
really solid.
Moving on. Now, I did say that Micah de Sauce was MDS was probably my favorite team, the EU team. But I would say the next possible comparable, they're gonna be.
What the heck?
So the next comparable team, okay, in my opinion, my next favorite team, is going to be Limitless. So Limitless, with their number, they had the number 18 overall pick, and can you tell us who they chose with this?
I can't even pronounce his name, but Yeezy something.
That is correct. So Yeezy is who he chose.
Yeezys!
Yeah, Yeezy.xyz. And so
Yeezys.
what do you guys grade this pick as? So we got now Luke, okay, as a starter, who's GC1. We got Adam Ayo, who is GC3 area, as the next starter. And then now we have Yeezy. So that's their 3 starters. What do you think of the team?
Oh,
I don't know W team.
This is a tricky one. Did he play on a platform before?
I don't know.
Okay, so I mean, he's currently Diamond 3 with 1,000 wins. That's some progress. That's a pretty good amount of progress for that many wins. So I'd 8 out of 10. He shows a lot of potential just because he has so many wins for that high for Diamond. Has got a lot of wins.
Yeah.
So I 9 out of 10. I like it.
Yeah, I think the team's going to be extremely solid. I really do. I think they're going to be a powerhouse of a team. Just because you got basically 3 GC1s almost. So you got 2 GC1s plus a GC3. So it's a stacked lineup between them all.
Also, according to Alec, that is his dog's name backwards. So
it's
pretty cool.
Izzy. But who cares? We're gonna call him Yeezy because
Easy.
Also, my name is just my name. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy
Factory,
backstory. I won't lie.
You know?
Well, moving on to the
actually,
19th overall pick. All right. We have Ambition Esports. We're coming back to Ambition Esports.
I like that name. That's probably the coolest name.
That's a pretty dope name. My name's better though.
And who did they choose?
This name. Obed.
Yeah, Obed. So Camp Flyer.
don't know who that is. I'm
Fire, yeah.
I'm struggling here, man. I'm struggling.
And so, I haven't really seen him play too much, but what's your guys' thoughts on him?
I'm just
I'll
taking a
take
look
a
here. Let's see. Let's look at his peak MMR, which was 14 to 44,
Yeah.
which is pretty high in 2v2. Again, I want to. I would like to. I want to know what. I want to know what players who are normally better in twos, what that puts them at, because that's let's see, 14, 40. That's GC1 and twos. So, you know, again, a 45.2 goal shot ratio. I don't know. I want to say 8 out of 10.
Well, as a team, this would put Crisis, Miami Rex, and Obed together. So I really haven't seen any of them play, to be honest. So this team is kind of a big question mark for me right now. I don't know what they're going to be like, but just going based off of rank, I think they could be potentially very solid.
And if they have just on paper, it looks good. I'd like to see how they had the chemistry's like when it starts.
Yeah, exactly. Well, moving on to the overall pick, number 20, we have the Sentinels once again. And so, who did the Sentinels choose exactly?
Mr. Dark Fox.
Or Fox. I also don't know who that is.
Yeah, so they chose.
I know nobody, bro. Like, I was like the last person you should have asked to do this.
I mean, I don't know most of them either, to be honest.
I think this is interesting, though. We have 3 people who don't have that much knowledge of everybody, so it's like we're coming into this blind.
Yeah, but it's gonna make the. I don't think most people watching this draft know most of the other players except for some. So I think this tournament's going to be exciting just in that regard, seeing how good people are that signed up. But yeah, so Mr. Fox is on the Sentinels now with Caleb J. So their team now is Caleb J, Nash, aka Phil, and Mr. Dark Fox, aka Gavin. This is a very stacked team. I'll just say that. You got a GC3, a GC1/2, and I think another GC1, GC3, or Champ 3. So overall, a very solid team. I'm going to rate the entire team like 8 out of 10.
Bro, Liquipedia hasn't updated their roster yet. Like Phases Clan's roster. Don't ask why I'm looking at Liquipedia rosters. Okay? It's not important, but it's also like kind of annoying. They still have their active roster as AJ Illusion. It's missed typical, and then they still have their coach as Moopy. But it's rolled as now. Why? I mean, this isn't important, so we can continue.
Well, moving on to the overall pick, and I just kind of gave it away here accidentally, but overall pick of let's see here. Yeah, number 21, Bencero, with the Geezers. Number 21, Bencero with the Geezers. And I think that's a funny name, personally. I think. And the graphic
are they a team of the older players in the circuit?
I don't know. I don't think so, but it's definitely possible. But in any case, I mean, they chose Avery RLCS Pro as their third starter. So we got Vincero now, we got Creative Striker, and we got Avery RLCS Pro. So what do you think about this team here?
Avery is pretty good. I've seen some of his clips, and to be honest, I think they have a pretty pretty good chance. I mean, currently sitting at Diamond 3, Division 4, but hey, doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. It matters how they work well as a team. if they,
Mhm.
they communicate well. Because again, game sense can trumps mechanics in a
Yeah.
lot of areas. So just that's why I like just make sure their communication is on point, and I think they've got it. They've got a good choice. They've got a good chance.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, Avery is really solid.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I really like how, like, he's honestly insane. I won't lie. Really good pick for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the entire team, like I said, a 7 out of 10. I think they're or 7 or 8 out of 10. I think they're gonna be extremely solid, for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, moving on to the overall pick of number 22 with Lo-Fi Drive. Who did they pick?
They
Who did they pick?
I think is it literally Apple or
It is literally Apple.
Literally Apple,
Yes, literally
aka
Apple.
Derek.
Yeah. So I've seen him play, I think, once or twice, and I think once again, as most of these, solid pick for where they were in the draft.
Yes, absolutely.
And like most of these as well, some of them chose lower than they chose a lower MMR teammate than what they could have, and just because of the they wanted they wanted to have the team chemistry more so than that higher MMR. That's what they were looking for from what I was told. So, yeah, as mentioned, overall, extremely solid pick. I'll give the entire team because here we have, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Cariega, Razar, and literally Apple. So overall,
Pretty
extremely
solid
solid
roster
team.
for sure.
Yeah.
And again, if they have the chemistry, that's going to be a huge advantage in their favor.
Absolutely,
It seems
yes.
like oh, we'll just have like a team of like people who are really good at the game. But if you don't work together, you're tripping up over each other. You've set yourself up for failure. So if they have the chemistry and they play really well together, then they're looking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because of that reason, I was like seriously considering picking up Stefanis again, simply because of the chemistry we've had from last season. But then the problem with that was who's going to be our third. So like I had to figure that out at the same time, and I really couldn't see me and Steph working well with anybody else on the pitch because Jordan, obviously, he was a great pick, and then a lot of the other players who would have been really good for it have already been picked. So I was kind of in a tough spot there. So I had to form like 3 different new rosters once the draft actually started. Like, it was crazy.
Well, I mean, overall, as mentioned, an extremely solid pick nonetheless, right? So, well, moving on to the number 23 overall pick, we are going back to Superman's team. aka Jordan's team, Cloud
Honestly,
X.
he
And
picked
who did he choose?
Alec.
He chose Alec. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of a 0 out of 10 pick. I won't lie. I mean,
Wow.
I mean,
I will say I was surprised because
game, man. I mean, like, what can I say? I mean,
I was surprised by this pick just because of the fact that Jordan could have chose someone again much more higher in MMR.
you could have chose Steph. Like, why
And,
didn't he choose Steph?
Here's the thing. Alec is a 10 out of 10 pick, and if I was a team captain, I would have picked Alec
Oh,
because when I
I
first
just have to
joined
bully
the
him.
server, when I first joined the server, I think he was like Diamond 1.
Yeah.
And in that time, he's like improved, and he's now sitting at Champ 2. So
Mhm.
Okay,
that's
also, I want to tell you something. Not only that, but one other thing. I swear, if Alec actually played the game, he'd be GC by now. Because, literally, I kid you not, so one thing that I thought was pretty funny is that before the show match, Tyler had hit Champ 2 before the show match just yesterday. You know what I mean. Anyway, he was Champ 1, and then he literally said, you know what? And then gets Champ 2. That there is also, that was just pretty funny, I thought. But not only did he improve so much from the time that you joined the server, Michael, Alec doesn't play the game. Like,
Really?
he will only play the game if his friends are on. Most of the time, he's not playing the game. So, if I'm on and he wants to play something, he'll play the game. But he doesn't play by himself. Like, he doesn't solo queue ranked, he doesn't play ones, he doesn't do anything. He just waits until his friends are on to actually play the game. He doesn't play. Which is absolutely insane. If he actually played the game, he would be so much better than he already is. So that's definitely a really good pick.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the statistics here. He's champ 2 with only 7 wins, which is amazing. And then goals per game 3.8 average, 5.83 shots per game, and 2.83 saves. So that's pretty good. Pretty good if I
Yeah,
had
he's
to.
a really, really solid player.
Yeah. Yeah, I think overall this entire team is going to be good. I do question that pick though. Just I'm gonna rate it as a 7 out of 10 just because of the fact he could have chose someone
That's fair.
much more higher on the board. In my opinion, I think so.
Yeah, I think if he can get Alec to actually play the game, the team will be so much better. And I'm gonna have to give this one 9 out of 10.
Yeah, that's the key point right there.
It would have been 10 out of 10, but one, Alec doesn't play the game, and he had higher ranked options as well.
Yeah.
But still, a really, really good pick.
Well, moving on to the overall pick number 24, we have Zeb's team once again in Forged. I just want to say I love this logo, Zeb's logo.
Oh yeah, thank you. I made it.
It's it's a really good one. But
Thank you. I like it a lot.
Like I said, with the number 23 or 24 rather overall pick. Who did they choose?
Carlos.
Jank. Yeah, Jank.
Janky.
Junkie.
So what's your thoughts on this pick? What's your ratings on it? I think it's not too bad. I think it's pretty solid.
I don't think I've really seen him play much as well.
No?
Yeah, same. But judging by the stats, I just look at the list, the chart here. I see consistency and consistently climbing. So that's good. 52 flat goal shot ratio.
Mhm.
And looks like he's pretty good average for goals and shots per game. Looking at his standard 3v3, it's 1.34 shots and goals and 3.18 shots per game. So lower on the assist department. So this looks to be more of a solo player. Likes to just take the shots instead of passing. So I mean, 8 out of 10.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think it's a really solid pick. From what I've heard, he is a very good player.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, just from what I've heard as well. I think overall the team's going to be extremely solid.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, moving on to the number 25 overall pick, we have Yogurt choosing for the Golden Rockets. And so who did he choose here?
You got the Beefinator.
The Beefinator.
Beef.
Yeah. AKA Eli. So from what I heard, he chose, again, another one of those picks where chose someone much lower than what they could have chose. And as per usual, it's because of the team chemistry that's already there. Friends and such, and they can keep the better mental throughout games and such. So I think it's a good pick just because of that. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10.
Very solid pick, yeah.
Especially since they already know each other and whatnot. So
Yeah, I mean.
So what do we rank the team now? So because we got the Beefinator, right? We got Yogurt and we got Gojira.
Ooh, Yogurt Gojira.
Yeah.
That's a pretty solid team.
Yeah, it's extremely solid.
Very solid.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I'm probably gonna have to give that one 7 out of 10.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm with Geyser there, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think it's a really, really good pick overall. Well, moving on to the 26th overall pick. And we're on pick number 10 now with the second round. We have Under O's team, Elevate. And so who did Under O choose for?
Your boy Rex, a.k.a. Cameron.
Yes, their boy Rex. And so I think, again, probably one of the better picks of the draft, especially since they already know each other, team chemistry's there, and personally playing with Rex, he's just an overall really, really good player. So that's now under O, JWRLCS, or how do you pronounce it, Michael? Yeah. So those two, and then your boy Rex. So overall, I think this team's gonna have a really, really good mental throughout the entire tournament. Honestly.
Yep.
100%.
I'm gonna say for the whole team, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's gonna be a really solid team. I think, honestly, it is.
I'm gonna go with Michael on this one, 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Well, moving on to the overall pick rather, pick number 27, and we have ourselves Phantoms, aka Malachi's team Hysteria. And so who did Team Hysteria choose for their third starter?
Ribo?
Yeah,
Tribo?
I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah, we'll just go with that.
AKA
Trombone.
Yeah. So
Trombone.
So, aka
What?
Michael, but so this would be now Phantom Potatoes, or aka Kai, and Trebone or whatever, aka Michael. So I haven't really seen this person play too much, so I can't really give a good rating. I'm just gonna go 5 out of 10, depending on either way it goes. So
Fair.
yeah.
My peak
we'll just go
MMR is
with
1420. It's
that's
currently
solid.
sitting at 888 though. So
that. Wow, that's a slump.
I mean,
Wow.
and the chart isn't
That's
looking
worse than
too good.
Julian. That's
So
worse than Julian, man.
I'd say 5 out of 10 is fair as well.
Yeah.
Just have to
That's
see.
okay.
Let's see how it all works out. Well,
So
yeah. So I mean, overall, the team, I'm gonna give it maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10, just because we don't know much about that third starter.
Yeah. I'll
definitely one of the matches
I
to
agree with that
watch when this team's up. Definitely a match to pay attention to.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure. Well, now we're moving on to the overall pick number 28 with Geyser's team, Bold Uprising. And so, Geyser, who did you choose for your team as the third starter?
I picked my boy Braylon, aka Cosmic Vibes.
Braylon, Cosmic Vibes 189. Yeah, so this is a solid pick. I was just seeing him play before. Extremely, extremely solid. I think it's going to be a good matchup. What about you?
As long as he's able to, maintain his composure.
Yeah, and not
Unlike
get
some
faked out.
players we know.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
Listen.
But-
This is uncalled for.
But an overall solid team, right? So now we have Geyser, we have Forrest, and we have Cosmic Vibes, Braylon. So I'm going to give this team a 6 or 7 out of 10 because of that first pick with Forrest. I do think
Okay.
they will. I'm just being completely honest, okay? No, not trying to like bash Forrest or anything, but it's just, I mean, because of the fact that you could have gone with someone that was GC1, mid GC1 at the time. That's a tough one for me to give you any higher. So
That's fair. That's fair.
But
I'll give the team a 7 out of 10 just because I have seen each of these players play before. And
now, I will say too, Forrest is picking up steam. He's getting insanely good. So we'll see what
7
happens.
out of 10.
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
I agree. 7 out of 10 for me as well. I think they have some solid hope for getting better. So now we're moving on to the overall pick number 29, and this would be Micah and MDS. Could also be the name. And who did they choose? This EU team as their third starter.
RDG Jake.
RDG Jake. Yeah. So what's interesting now, as I mentioned before, they're a full EU team. Every one of these players, starting players now, are based in Europe.
Well, wait, does that mean we gotta play on? That means we have to swap servers every game.
More than likely, yeah.
Well, is there a server that's in between EU and?
I don't know if they have servers in the ocean, buddy.
Just start a Hamachi.
Machi. I mean, it worked.
But
And you'd be able to pause it too. Then that'd be nice.
That's all I'm saying.
I
you know?
think,
Wait,
like
why
I
don't we
said
just
before,
no web PC? Oh yeah. Never mind.
like I said before, I think this is a really solid, or just overall solid pick, mainly because of the region they chose from. I don't know if you can get much more. I don't know if you can get. I mean, they already got the chemistry and such, so it's a solid pick. in my
And
opinion.
EU is pretty much overpowered in RLCS. So
Oh,
You know.
oh snap! Wait, you right.
that's what I'm
Right.
saying. I'm saying
I
the
mean, look
EU
at Gen G.
exactly. So I'm saying like EU has a pretty good shot here. I don't know what I don't know. Maybe the air over there is different. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
For real.
but they just RGG Jake has hung around C1 more than he has any other when he has Diamond 3. So pretty solid 9 out of 10 team.
Yep, I agree. Well,
I mean-
moving on to let's just go ahead and move on
Hey.
to number 30 because guys' opinion isn't needed. No, I'm kidding. I mean, what would you guys?
I
rate
mean,
this
you're
team?
right.
What
You're
would you
right.
guys rate
I
this
mean,
team though overall?
EU built different. I mean, I never really seen anybody like play on EU like from EU firsthand, but EU is just built different. So I'm gonna give it a nice. And from what I've heard, they're all friends. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I'd probably rate this a solid 8 out of 10, just because I haven't seen them play.
If they have the chemistry too, 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious to see how they do. I think it's going to be a really good team. But moving on to number 30 now. Number 30th overall pick. And this would be Scoop's team, Mason's team, Lightless. And so who did Lightless choose as her third starter?
My boy DCXD.
DCXD Aiden. So very solid team, I think. Once more, I think it's so we got Mason now, we got XA, and now DCXD. Now I will say I think Mason could have did better. I'm not trying to throw shade or anything, but I mean it's just that's 2 picks in a row where he chose people with MMR like way below what he could have chose. So
I feel like everybody who's doing that knows something that you don't know, Cody.
I know.
Like
it's very weird.
We know something you don't, Cody. We know something you don't.
I've been
It's like
very
logic would have
surprised.
it. Logic would have it that you choose the people bottom up. Like
Yeah.
you just go on the beat and then. But if they're not, there's got to be some strategy going into this. And I almost and that's when you see a pick like this, you almost have to wonder. It's definitely intentional.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying.
I'm curious.
Well, I mean, what would you guys rate the team?
Oh boy.
7.
7.
6.5. 6.5.
I'm gonna rate him like a 6 or a 6 out of 10.
I'm gonna go 8. I'm gonna go 8. I have high hope.
Wow.
Just from what
okay.
we've seen, I have high hopes.
Cool. All right. Well, that is Team Lightless. That's their starting roster, at least. Now we move on to the last pick, or not, the second to last pick in round 2, with Garter's team, Banana Man Cake.
Ooh.
All right, listen, that's enough now. That's enough now. All right. So who did? I'm just going to ignore guys. Who did they choose?
Hate that
Malachi.
team, man.
Who did they choose Malachi as their third starter?
It's like they chose Goliath. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah. So interesting fact. He is Carter's brother, older brother.
Yeah.
And very good friend.
Hey, you know what?
of
This
mine.
team's
Garrett.
10 out of 10. This team is a 10 out of 10.
This team is a
No.
10 out of 10.
And you know what?
No.
As someone who plays with their brothers often, I have to give 10 out of 10 because you know what? It's something about playing with family that just their mentality is almost different. Me, Anthony, and Joey could be losing horribly, but we're just laughing the whole time because we keep each other entertained and we're laughing, and our mentality is always good. So,
And
10 out of 10.
this team has it. They got now Carter, Jade, and Garrett. So
10 out of 10.
extremely. Yeah, I'm gonna give this. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna give this team a 10 out of 10 as well.
I guess I have to be honest. 1 out of 10. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I knew there was gonna be something.
1 out of 10 because I hate them. Bias. But besides that, it's a pretty solid team. I'll probably give it 8.5.
Yeah. All right, nice. Well, moving on to the the 31st overall pick from the draft. The last one in round 2, we have Frozen's. This would be now Frozen's third starter on Team Epoch. And who did Epoch choose?
NXT, aka Brand.
NXT. Yes. So very good pick.
WWE.
So now we got our roster for starting roster. We got AJ, we got Flyer, and now NXT Breath, aka Brandon.
GG's. It's GG's.
I mean, there's no getting around it. It's a very solid team.
It's GG's. It's GG's.
Yeah.
He's a very shot-heavy player. 3.20 shots per game average.
Wow.
Not high on the goals. It's 0.93 goal average, but he does put a lot of shots on. So,
Pretty sure mine's lower than that.
But
oh my god!
I think they're gonna be. I think this is an extremely solid team. So I'm gonna give the entire team a rating of a 9 out of 10. I would say it is a solid team.
Yeah, it's such a solid team, bro. I'm so sad.
There's nothing but improvement, like drastic improvement too. From
bro, I just gotta peak, man. I gotta peak. I gotta get SSL, man. I gotta get it fast.
Well, that is now all of our starting rosters.
Woo!
Besides
one
last one. There's only one
feel
more
like we
team
can go-
that's Rich's team.
I feel like we could go a lot quicker through the subs if we're gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, starting off right with the overall pick, number 32 in the round 3 subs category, number 32 overall pick, we have Lukey's team, Limitless. And so, who did Luke choose as?
They got Axel Blaze.
Axel Blaze. This is the
he
best
deserves so
sub.
much better than subs.
Yeah, this is the best.
He deserves
sub.
so much better than a sub.
Dude, he is insane. He is crap.
Absolutely. I don't know why he's a sub. Like, I was seriously thinking about picking him up.
This man is not this. If I based on rank, this man is so. What's the word I'm looking for? His rank does not speak for his skill. His skill is so much higher than his rank.
Yep.
He's on
Switch.
And he's on
Yes,
Switch.
he's on Twitch, yeah. And he's absolutely insane. Bro, imagine him on PC.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare.
Like, to give you an idea, his rank is technically champ 2, but when I went in a 1v1 against him, he beat me in a 1v1.
He ain't champ 2.
He is not champ 2.
You're really gonna take that level of disrespect?
Listen, I'm just being honest here. He is insane. I can't believe he's a sub, but moreover,
Absolutely, yeah.
I think this is the best sub in the entire draft.
No. Julian's the best sub.
Average goals per game
Yes.
is 2.7.
Wait,
His
in
average
twos?
shots per game
In
is 5.8.
twos?
No, that's threes.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, in 3?
Yeah. Well, moving on now.
He's got a higher average than some of the main players.
Bro,
So,
I've got 1.33. This man's a madman.
I know.
I've got 3.41 shots, but like that doesn't even matter. He's got like what? Almost 3 goals a game? Like, no.
He is insane for sure. Well, moving on to Ambition Esports, okay? And they're now 3rd round sub. And this would be the number 33rd overall pick in the draft. Who did they choose as their player for the sub? Enzo. Yeah, so or ZomQN or whatever.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it.
Yeah. He was the highest ranked person left. He is like DC1, High Champ 3, peak. Overall, very solid player. And I think this is the best position for him to be in as a sub.
Yep.
So,
For sure.
just getting the exposure. I mean, looking at the chart and stuff. Holding very steady at 960 MMR. Diamond, unranked Division 1.
I will
Mhm.
be right back. I'm gonna use the
Okay.
bathroom.
All good. Yeah, so I think he's gonna be an amazing sub for them, especially if one person goes out, he can easily sub in for the other one. Being Hyde
Yeah.
C3, GC1,
Mhm.
an extremely easy pick. Well, now though, we're moving on to the 34th overall pick. Now, what's interesting about this one, this is not Rich's sub, Momentum sub, but this is their third starter. So, Team Momentum. This is going to be now their third starter. So, who did they choose? Malachi. Not Malachi. Michael.
Idiot C-Lab.
Idiot C-Lab. What an idiot C. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I think this is a very solid pick considering where he is. So.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't seem to play threes that often, as he has been holding steady at Diamond 1 for a while.
Mhm.
So, but so far so good. We'll definitely learn a lot. So,
Yeah, exactly.
well, guys must have left his headset too close to the mic because.
Yeah, I just went ahead and muted it. It's fine.
Okay, good.
Let me know whenever he comes back, though. All right, moving on to the. Let me just change the graphic here.
Okay, Geyser's back, Cody.
Okay, cool. But moving on to the 35th overall pick. This would be. Am I looking at this right? Bencera? Yeah. Or no, Caleb J's.
Yeah.
Who did the Sentinels choose as
Old Jago.
Diego? Yes.
Jago.
I always say it wrong. I know. I'm sorry.
I know, and it's funny.
Diego. JJ get wrecked nudes. Yeah. So once again,
Jago.
I think this is one of the more better picks, to be honest, just because of his mechanical skill, and he's only getting better.
True.
He's on the climb.
He is on the
For real.
climb. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
I would just say, Jago, if you're listening, play more threes.
Play more threes. Yeah, that's some good advice. Well, moving right along, we're gonna go straight into our 36th overall pick, and this would now be Bencera's team. What's Bencera's team again?
Geezers.
The Geezers. Yeah. So on the Geezers, who did he choose?
He
Crispy.
chose
Crispy.
Crispy.
Yeah.
I like
Carlos.
that name.
Crispy
like that.
Queens.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think he was the highest one at that time, if I'm not mistaken, or one of the more higher ones. So solid pick overall. And these are all subs, of course, so they won't see a whole lot of play action, possibly, but extremely solid subs. What do you guys think about it?
I think it's
Solid.
I haven't seen him play. So
I mean, he's champ 1 and threes. Looks to be holding at that rank, so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
my browser just froze.
Well, moving right along. Right now, we're going to our 37th overall pick, with, and I think I always say botch this up, but it's Carriega's team, and it's going to be Lo-Fi Drive. And who did Lo-Fi Drive choose?
They got West Wild Plays.
West Wild Plays. Yes. What do you guys think about this pick?
I think that's a pretty solid pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looks like he went from gold 2 earlier this year all the way up to holding at platinum 2. So definitely a
Pretty
nice improvement there. Pretty good. The average performance for threes isn't there, but if we're just judging by twos, 2.7 goals per game, 4.62 shots per game. So
Yeah.
Good, a solid sub.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, moving along, we have overall pick number 38. and this would be Superman St. Jordan's team once again.
Um,
Cloud X, and who
picked
did
my boy Stephanus. My boy.
Stephanus? Yeah,
Come on,
related
Jordan.
W.
Bro, he deserved to be on the main roster, bro.
I was gonna say that too.
Like,
He's
bro,
a very solid team, and he has a chance
Jordan's
to be
got
moved
ego
up to
now.
the starting roster. That's what I think.
Jordan's
That's
got an
something.
ego now.
That's something to mention to all of these substitutes is that you have the opportunity to move to the starting roster if you prove yourself. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like anything else, just put in the work if you want to be a part of that starting roster. But yeah, I think overall, extremely solid pick, right? I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes,
Stephanus.
100%.
Consistent with shots and goals. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, moving along, once
Love
more.
Stephanus, man.
Yeah, Stephanus is really good. But moving on
Bro,
to pick
Stephanus is the
number
GOAT.
39. We have Zev's team, Forged.
Love that logo, bro. It's actually
Yeah.
probably one of my favorite logos.
And so
It
who
looks
did
so
Forged
sick.
choose?
They got Zova, Adrian.
Zova. Yeah. So, I mean, there's really not a bad sub in this entire list. You know. Really
Oh
good
no,
sub.
definitely not. No.
What are some stats on the, or can you pull them up?
well, let's see here. So we don't have any average stats for threes. So just for twos, he's got 2.7 goals per game, 4.6 shots per game. Oh, that's the wrong person. Oops.
No.
I mean, like I'm thinking, like these look a little familiar. Okay, so the correct stats for threes is 0.69 goals per game, and then
Hey, yo.
38 shots per game.
Nice.
So
Nice.
holding steady around plat 1. So
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That's solid, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. I love that. Wait, what was the first stat you said? Hang on. What was it? Goal? Oh yeah, goals. I'm liking the goal stat. You know, it's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, moving on. Another solid pick to the overall 40th pick in the entire draft. Round 3 substitute. And this would be for Yogurt's team. The Golden Rockets. And who did they choose as their sub?
Isaac L. Hodge, 2004.
Yeah, so an interesting name, but overall, I've seen him play a few times. He's really good. He's a solid player, I think. So, not gonna be bad at all.
just looking at a lot of the subs, they play twos a lot more, than much higher ranked in twos than they are threes, and I just say play more maybe 3. Just get more used to that. Get more used to that kind of environment.
Yeah.
You know, because that's going to serve you much better.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I'm only gonna improve. You can do that.
He's also a PlayStation player, so we got another console guy.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yep.
nice. Well, moving on to the overall pick, number 41. We have Under O's team, Elevate. And who did Under O choose as his sub?
Laddie.
Splatty. Yeah, so I haven't really seen him play anyway that much, but
He's actually one of the higher ranked subs.
yeah. So I think he's just because of that one of the I would say top 5 subs out of the list here in round 3.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean overall, really good.
Yeah, really solid team.
Moving on to pick number 42. And this would be Phantom's team, Hysteria. And who exactly did Hysteria choose as their sub?
They got Ace Flix TV.
Ace Flix TV. Yeah.
What
So,
a name.
Yeah. I mean, but he's another one of those that's a really solid player. I've seen him play a few times.
1304 MMR.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's it. Not much else to say about
Yeah.
that. I mean, he's just a overall really good
awesome.
player.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to the 43rd now. Overall pick in the
10 out of
JWRLCS
10.
draft.
10 out of 10.
We have Geyser's team,
10
Bold
out of 10.
Uprising. And who did you choose, Geyser, as your team?
Chose my boy Julian.
Nice.
Nope.
So Julian as your substitute, Astrolix
Right.
RL. So
He's actually
very
really
good choice, I think. I mean,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, you're not at that point. You can't really get much better.
Yeah.
There were a few that you could have gone better, but I think this is the
I
best.
probably would have gone him anyway. So
Yeah. Yep.
And
Exactly.
props to you for grabbing a console guy.
yeah.
I forgot about that. That he's on console. Yeah. All right. Well, moving on to the now 44th overall pick. We're just moving right along here. We have Javon's team, Diversion's team rather. Micah, the Sauce. Once again, the EU team. And who do you think they chose as their sub?
Somebody Diamonds 77.
Yeah. So let me look here. Whoopsie. Yeah. So Elite Diamond 77 or 777. And can you guess where they're based from?
EU.
EU. So
there it
as
is.
we're
Yep,
going with the
there it
theme, a full-blown EU roster,
Hey,
starters
wait,
and subs.
that's a JWRL first.
Yes.
Full EU team.
Yeah, full-blown EU team. In my opinion, probably the best way to go about doing it. If you're based.
He's got actually one of the most interesting graphs for progression. It's a very like even wave between Diamond 3 and Champ 1. And
Really?
that is super consistent. So looks to be pretty promising.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really solid team.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to the overall pick number 45, and this is going to now be Scoop's team, Lightless. And who did he choose as his sub?
He got El Weekend.
Yes. Yeah. So
He got the entire band on his team.
AKA Domingo, right? So don't know much about him, but I'm assuming he's good if it seems like Mason's hand selecting all of his players, so must be pretty solid, I would assume.
Yeah, sure he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, moving
His graph's a
on.
little all over the place, but he hasn't left Diamond in a while, so
Okay.
consistency.
So he's like low diamond, high plat, or something like that.
Yeah. I just say just stick around Diamond 1. He's been sticking around Diamond 1 for a little bit now, so
Okay. Nice.
Good.
Yeah, nice. Well, what was I on? 45? Pick number 45? Yeah. So now we're moving on to pick number 46 overall. And we are on to Carter's team. Geyser's favorite team, Banana Mancakes.
No, boo!
Yeah.
Boo!
Yeah. Boo! Geyser's favorite team. And who did he choose? Who did they choose as their sub?
They actually chose a W sub. They chose Devin.
They did. They chose an insanely good sub
Oh, absolutely.
with Cura. And it's not showing up on the screen because he has some weird asterisks for his U and A. But yeah, so it's Cura,
He's
aka
Kerr.
Yeah, Kerr. But yeah, so Cura or aka Devin, probably one of the better. Like I said, I would put this in a top 3, top 5 pick category in terms of subs.
Yep.
Once
I'm just
again.
looking at the graph. Very consistent on the increase. And just for last season, just seeing him play this, one of the points I mentioned was just the improvement. So he looks pretty good. Pretty solid choice.
Well, moving on to pick number 47 now. And we have Rich's team, Momentum. And with Momentum, who did they choose as their sub?
They've got Nightballer.
Yeah, or Night Battler, I think, right?
Oh yeah, Night Battler.
Yeah, they battle.
Night Battler. So yeah,
Oh.
Night Battler. And so I've played with him before. He's an extremely good player for being champ too. I believe he is. I mean, I would go as far as to guess he can be champ 3 very soon if he puts in some work very easily. So yeah, very good pick. And with that, we are now on to pick number 48. And so guess what? This is the last pick in the entire JWRLCS draft. And it would be Frozen's team's Epoch, who chose their last sub. And if you look, it's in... who did he choose?
He chose Chicken Nose All?
Yes. Yeah, so this would be... Or Chicken Nose, yeah. So this would be JWRL, I think. Yeah, aka JWRL. So really good pick. I think this is going to be a solid team overall. Every team, in fact, is going to.
That logo looks really nice.
Oh yeah, it's super clean, super clean.
Yeah, he's got like a 55.2 goal shot ratio, so that's pretty high, pretty good. And look to see, yeah, he's got 1.15 goals per game, and then 3.17 shots per game. So
Yeah.
looking good.
So that is the JWRLCS draft, and as mentioned before, right? It's, I mean, nothing but good picks throughout the entire thing, right? It's just nothing but. And
Definitely.
guess what? We also have our first transaction / trade so far. So I'll go ahead and announce it. It's between Team Limitless and Team Geezers. So Team Limitless is receiving Isaiah. So that's Luke's team. Okay, so Adam that he originally had is being transferred over to the Geezers, and then Isaiah, a creative striker, is being transferred over to Luke's team Limitless. So I think this is a pretty fair trade. The Geezers, Vincero, is it Vincero? Let's see, Geezers. Yeah, Vincero. So Vincero's team, him and Adam, I guess, are pretty close friends, so they wanted to be with each other. So, but it was a fair trade anyway. I think Luke's getting a really good.
Definitely.
Isaiah, creative striker. As mentioned before, he's only going to get better. So,
Yep.
really,
And just
really
for
good.
consistency, I've never, whenever we played, it never seemed like he's had a bad day. So
Yeah.
definitely doing really well.
But that is all of the 48 picks in the third JWRLC draft.
So
Yeah, so hopefully all of you that were drafted onto a team, you can start getting to work. The actual tournament starts in a little more than I would say 2 to 3 weeks. It just depends on some other things that we, if we can get it done in time for the, broadcast over or the overlay for the just the overlay. But
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
yeah, so as you can see, we already got the hype chamber somewhat up and rolling. I still need to go through, render some videos for that, but yeah, it's all come together, and it's going to look pretty good, I think, in the end.
Yeah, it looked super good. I had it on my second screen, so looks pretty good. I like it, and as long as your PC holds up and doesn't explode,
Yeah,
be
that's
set.
the thing.
He's got it. Nah, he's got to get that 4090 Ti.
I get like 4 of them.
Yeah, rate them all together. But no, yeah, so good draft overall. Congrats to anyone that got drafted. And as for the players that didn't get drafted, because there are some that didn't and they wanted to be, don't worry, because it's possible teams might want to still sign you onto their team into a reserve position. So that's like a 5th player. So
Yes.
don't worry about that. And plus, there's still a bunch of other tournaments in the JW Rocket League. But this is just, one of the more bigger ones. So don't even sweat if you didn't get drafted. So, but yeah, that is the third JWRLCS draft. We hope you all enjoyed it. And any parting words, guys or Michael?
Just thanks everyone for watching, and looking forward to seeing what season 3 is going to bring.
Yeah. Looking forward to seeing you guys on the field and commentating on it. All right, you guys
Yeah.
have fun, and we will talk to you all very soon. GG's, fellas.
GG. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Zoom.